Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Hey wife, did you know that Anchor is sponsoring our show?
Really? Don't we use Anchor to distribute our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, and we are on just about every other platform available as well, thanks to them.
Why do we use Anchor as our podcasting service?
Well, they make editing and distributing our show a breeze.
What if one of our listeners wants to start their own podcast?
Then they should head over to anchor.fm or download the app to get started.
Awesome! You guys should go do that right now! Husband!
Wife!
Do you know what today is?
It's our Contradictions episode.
Right, and what do we like to call it, do you know?
What do we like to call it?
You're always wrong!
You imply we, but I say you.
No, it's us, because I ask you a question, and then whatever you answer, you're wrong.
No, I meant you like to call it this. I call it the Contradictions episode.
You fed it to me, therefore you like it.
Right, okay. Fair enough.
So that's what we're doing.
Okay. So this is our Contradictions episode, and also the I'm Always Wrong episode for First Kings chapter. First Kings. Just First Kings.
All the chapters.
All the chapters. Yeah, that. Okay, let's go do this.
Okie dokie.
Hey, wife, do you like coffee in the morning?
I sure do, husband. Morning, noon, night. Which reminds me, I need to add that to our grocery list because we're running low.
Wait, before you do that, check out the website ungodlybrew.com where you can purchase a pound of your favorite flavor of coffee.
What if I want more than 1 pound?
Either order a larger amount, or better yet, get 10% off by setting up a subscription for every 2 weeks, or a month, or whatever works for you.
Did you set up something special for our listeners?
You know I did. Exclusive for our listeners, get an additional 10% off subscriptions by entering the code SACRILEGIOUSCOFFEE at checkout.
That's a hellishly good deal.
Ungodly Brew is hellishly good coffee.
Okay, so you're always wrong.
Yeah, that.
And I have a couple things to say before we get started on how you're always wrong.
Just a couple?
Yeah.
Okay.
So first of all, what I learned is that with the Book of Kings being split into 2,
yeah,
that made it hard to find contradictions that were only First Kings and
got it,
and not Second Kings.
Sure.
So
they try to combine the 2 because it used to be combined, and
right,
it's all kind of one continuous thing.
And
probably.
Moreover, a lot of the contradictions from First Kings are found in the Book of Chronicles. First and Second Chronicles.
Well, but we can cover those contradictions
sure.
when we get to Chronicles.
Yes,
so,
I just wanted to put it out there that I had a hard time coming up with as many this time because we're only into the first bit of what is really 4 parts of one elongated book, if you ask me.
No, that makes sense.
Because I think First and Second Kings and First and Second Chronicles all kind of goes together.
So these are all going to be contradictions for earlier, which doesn't necessarily match up because we're way past earlier at this point.
Exactly. And that gets into another thing. A couple of these, I think, might be ones that we've done before, but not from First Kings.
Well, I mean,
as one of the contradictory perspectives.
If I could remember what all the contradictions were from even the last, book of the Bible, I mean, I'd be doing very well.
Right.
But I don't. So,
right. So I didn't mind throwing them in there. I thought, man, it's going to be fine.
Right. Maybe somebody just listens to this contradiction. Somebody's just interested in the contradictions in this book. So
true.
Maybe.
True.
You never know.
So. You never know. So here's the first question.
Okay.
What were David's last words?
Didn't he sing himself a song or some shit?
Well, he did, but also, you're always wrong.
I'm just impressed that I got that.
Yeah,
I'm impressed. I did not have any reference for that in front of me. I didn't even know to expect that question.
I know.
So I'm like, Yeah, I pulled that one out.
You pulled that one out. So he did that in 2 Samuel, like the last chapter of 2 Samuel.
Right.
But then in 1 Kings, he provided a hit list.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to off some people. Mm-hmm. He's like, now that I'm dying, you guys need to take vengeance for me.
Yep, Joab being chief among them.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So that happened.
So well, according to the Bible, that happened.
I'm just saying that contradiction happened.
Yeah, because they were both his last words.
Yep. Okay, next question.
Yep.
What was in the Ark of the Covenant? I thought this one would make you laugh because we literally discussed this recently.
Right.
Which I find so what is the word? I enjoy is what I'm trying to say.
Right, yeah.
When you and I collectively think of something and then later on find out that, no, that's actually a really good question that is commonly asked.
Right, yeah.
It makes me feel like, okay, I'm on the right track. We are doing this right.
We're not the only ones with this question even.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We're among the many.
Yeah.
That feels good.
So if you were to ask me what was in the Ark of the Covenant, based on what I know, and I'm just going to collect them all here that I can think of. We got the Book of Instruction by, that was written by Moses or whatever. We got the manna in there. I feel like I'm forgetting something now.
You are.
But there's something else that's big.
Aaron's rod, his budding rod.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
That was the other thing.
Okay, all right.
But you're always wrong.
Right, because all they ever fucking talk about is
the tablets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Right.
Yeah.
The tablets were supposed to be okay.
Yep.
But they leave the rest of the shit out.
They do. Everything that you mentioned is in Exodus and Numbers. They talk about those things.
Yeah.
But then in 1 Kings, there was nothing in the ark save the 2 tables of stone, which Moses put there at Horeb. Which I want to say something about Horeb.
Okay.
There was a question on the site that I was referencing.
Yeah.
That said, which mountain did Moses give his speech there, go up and talk to God?
And it's Mount Horeb / Mount Sinai.
Right, but they cited that as a contradiction because sometimes they refer to it as one and sometimes the other. But
that could just be a name change over time.
Well, we covered that in Asimov's Guide to the Bible.
Oh, okay.
We specifically covered that it's the same mountain.
Right.
And that it's referred to by different things depending on which time period it was written and whether they're going by the original people.
Istanbul was once Constantinople.
It was,
so
right?
I'm just saying.
And the borders that we worked at is now a pet mart. So, what you gonna do?
And that's nobody's business but the Turks.
Exactly.
So, just saying.
Exactly. So, yeah, that happened also. That contradiction happened.
Right.
Okay. So, this one I found exciting. How should homosexuals be treated according to the Bible?
I would assume that we want to kill them according to the Bible.
Which is horrendous.
Right.
Yes, that was discussed in Leviticus, but guess what?
I'm wrong.
You're always wrong. Because in 1 Kings, they only get rid of the sodomites.
So they don't kill them.
They exile them.
Okay.
They don't.
I mean, that's a step forward. Right. Social progression there. I'm all for it.
For fuck's sake.
I mean, if we could have kept progressing over the thousands of years, just think how much faster along we'd be right now. Like, if we're only exiling them in the Jesus time, and then we get to the Jesus time, maybe we, accept them, and then we're already, we don't even have to do all this shit. They're already fucking accepted at this point.
Right.
If we progressed correctly.
But instead, now we're in 2022 going backwards.
Right. Yeah. No. We're definitely going the wrong way at the moment.
The wrongest way.
Yeah.
Okay. So next question.
Yeah.
Is it okay to test God?
No.
No? Are you sure?
No.
Well, according to Deuteronomy, that is correct. Ye shall not tempt the Lord your God.
Right.
However.
Yeah, however.
You're always wrong.
Okay.
Because in Judges and 1 Kings, he's perfectly fine being tested. Like in the book of Judges, Do you remember when Gideon did the wet versus dry wool? Here, let me just read the King James Version to you.
I'm having a little bit of trouble bringing that up.
It's in Judges chapter 6. And Gideon said unto God, if thou wilt save Israel by mine hand, as thou hast said, behold, I will put a fleece of wool in the floor. And if the dew be on the fleece only, and it be dry upon all the earth beside, then shall I know that thou wilt save Israel by mine hand, as thou hast said. Okay. And it was so, for he rose up early on the morrow, and thrust the fleece together, and wringed the dew out of the fleece, a bowl full of water. And Gideon said unto God, Let not thine anger be hot against me, and I will speak but this once. Let me prove, I pray thee, but this once with the fleece. Let it now be dry only upon the fleece, and upon all the ground let there be dew. And God did so that night, for it was dry upon the fleece only, and there was dew on all the ground.
Okay.
So he did test God.
Got it.
Then that was in Judges, but then in First Kings, which we just read, that was the fire lighting contest.
Oh yeah.
You know, where he was like,
right.
Elijah was like, God, set my wet logs aflame and burn up this wool.
Yeah.
And the other guys were like, come on, Molech or Baal or who the fuck ever, light our fire, and it never happened.
Right.
So
he was awfully bold to think that was going to happen, having it only happen. God's only been ever tested one other time thus far.
Yeah.
So, like, how did he know?
You have to think that he was, like, told, but, like, that part didn't make it into the Bible. Or that it didn't happen.
Right.
That would be my guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously we go from, like, our starting point is none of this shit fucking happened.
Right.
And it's kind of interesting when we find out that some of it might be somewhat based on truth from the past.
Right.
Like, that's the part that's cool to me, is finding out, oh, that person might have actually existed, and this, some of this might be based in history. Right. So that's kind of cool.
But super mangled.
It's super mangled. Fucking, like, torn to shreds mangled.
Yeah, torn asunder mangled. Yeah. Okay, next question. Ready?
I'm ready.
Can God be seen?
No.
No? Are you sure?
I sure as fuck haven't seen the motherfucker.
Well, according to Exodus, you are correct. God is invisible and cannot be seen. And if you do see him, you'll die.
I think that there was a point in Exodus, I thought, that God showed Moses' butt cheek, remember? I thought we specifically covered that bit.
Well, you said no.
Right.
And you're always wrong.
Right.
Because yes, many people have seen him.
Right.
Abraham saw God several times in the books of Genesis, Exodus, and Acts.
Yeah.
Isaac saw him twice in the books of Genesis and Exodus.
Right.
Jacob saw God face to face and beat him in a wrestling match in the books of Genesis and Exodus.
Right, yeah.
Moses spoke to God face to face and even got a peek at God's butt.
Yeah.
In the books of Exodus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy.
Right.
God talked face to face to all the people of Israel in the books of Numbers and Deuteronomy.
not just one person, but like all the people of fucking Israel.
And then most recently in 1 Kings, Micaiah saw God sitting on his throne. Although that was questionable because it was a vision. Did it really count? Who fucking knows?
Or it might have just been a story told to get across a point.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. Okay, so next question.
Okay.
Is it wrong to lie?
Yes.
Yes. Per the books of Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers, thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Keep thee far from a false matter. Mm-hmm. Neither lie one to another. Neither shalt thou bear false witness.
But then I do remember in 1 Kings specifically.
You are always wrong.
I am always wrong.
You're always wrong.
But when he had that vision, I'll let you cover it. But
God rewarded the Egyptian midwives for lying to the Pharaoh in the book of Exodus.
Right.
Just so that we have that out there.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And then, as you said, in 1 Kings, which we just finished reading, God put lying spirits in the mouths of his prophets.
Right.
So, that happened.
It's bullshit, God.
That is bullshit. Saying. What are you doing, God?
This is your book, man. You have all the editing rights. and you did not fix these errors. And there have been so many fucking errors that were creating an entire series of I'm always wrong. So you fucked up.
You know what I noticed this time around, which I did not fucking appreciate?
What's that?
You kept saying no or yes, and then after I said it, instead of letting me play my game, then you were like, but wait, I know the other answer.
I do, though, sometimes.
But that's not the way we play this game.
All right.
This game is you're always wrong. And so you have to pick one answer, stick to it, and be wrong.
I promise I will be wrong more in the next I'm Always Wrong episode.
You have to be 100% wrong.
I will be 100% wrong in the
next
episode.
That's how these episodes work. That's how the game goes.
I get it. I understand the rules now.
You're always wrong. Okay?
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye. Oh, wait.
Oh, you got more?
Well, no, we're getting really close to the Kentucky Free Thought Convention.
Oh, we really are.
And I wanted to make a point of mentioning it in every episode this week. So, Saturday the 3rd, which today is Friday? No, Thursday. Shit.
Today's Thursday, my love.
It's Thursday for you guys.
Yeah,
so,
it's Wednesday for us.
It's Wednesday for us,
That's always so confusing.
It really is. So anyway, Saturday the 3rd, we are going to be down in Louisville, Kentucky for the Kentucky Free Thought Convention, and we will have a table set up there, and we would love to see you guys there. So if you were able to make it, the tickets are only $10 online right now and $15 at the door.
Look for our table. We will be selling Ungodly Brew and repping Sacrilegious Discourse.
That's right. And if you mention that you heard this on our podcast, you will get a free sample of Ungodly Brew coffee. So definitely stop by and get your free coffee.
And you guys, I just was packing some of this shit up to take with us, and it smells so good.
It is good.
It is good. It tastes good. It's delicious, and it smells divine.
That's right.
Our whole office smells like this delicious coffee.
As the tagline goes, it's hellishly good coffee.
It is hellishly good, and it's hellishly aromatic-y. This all stays. Okay.
Oh,
so we'll see you guys Saturday, and we'll have something for you tomorrow. We're not really sure. It'll be some special episode kind of thing.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're doing.
Right.
But you should know that by now.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys tomorrow then, and maybe Saturday.
Yeah, hope Saturday.
Really hope Saturday.
You better show up, guys.
You fuckers better get there.
You better get there.
In the nicest way possible.
Right.
You're not fuckers.
You're not fuckers. But I mean, in a very, like, friendly, we love you kind of way. Of course you're fuckers.
Right, yeah. So we love you.
Yeah.
And bye.
Bye.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep. We have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.